Hey, what's up? It's your boy 49er Tone back with a video this week. And I wanted to make this video because we're only a few days out from the 49ers playing the Falcons on Monday night. But we all know that's not the big story. We all know this is bigger than a football game. I mean, this is the last game at Candlestick Park. So I wanted to make this video to share my thoughts and my feelings on Candlestick. You know, what it means to me and my family. You know, Candlestick will always be in my heart. A special place to me. It is bittersweet that the Niners are leaving, but I am happy, very happy the Niners are getting a beautiful brand new stadium, and I can't wait to see it. You know, we deserve one. And I can't wait to see, and I can't wait to go to a game, but it is the end of an era, and it is sad, you know, all the memories, the emotional ties to that place. Candlestick is one of a kind. It's a place that can never be replaced, you know. People might call it ugly. People might call it, you know, a pigsty or whatever, you know. But that's Candlestick is home, and it'll always be home. But anyways, you know, I grew up in the East Bay in Oakland, California, and I grew up a 49er fan because my dad was a Niner fan. You know, that's how he raised me, and he was a Niner fan because his dad was a 49er fan. So, you know, being a 49er fan just runs in the family, you know, and my grandpa, the original Niner fan of the family, you know, he's been a fan since almost the beginning. So, you know, he used to go to games at Kezar. His favorite player was Y.A. Tittle. You know, he was there for the $1 million backfield. He was actually at the 1957 championship game at Kezar versus the Detroit Lions when the Lions made that miraculous comeback at halftime and beat the Niners, you know, in the championship game. But he was a former season ticket holder. You know, he used to go to Kezar. He was there at Candlestick. You know, he's seen, you know, the early playoff games. He was there when the 49er Cowboy rivalry was first started, was first born. You know, when in the championship game when Roger Staubach came in with like 2 minutes left and scored 2 touchdowns on us. And that, you know, that's where the Niner Cowboy rivalry was born. And then you had the catch, you know, in 81, and then you had the 90s, you know, between the two teams. But you know, a lot of history there, you know, with my family. My first 49er game was in 1994. I was about 6 years old. It was a preseason game against the Seattle Seahawks, of all teams, right? But I remember my mom telling me, you know, get dressed, get ready, your dad's picking you up. And my dad picked me up, and he didn't tell me where we were going, but he just said, you know, it's a big surprise. And I remember we were driving on the 101, and then you started seeing the stadium lights, you know, come up. And I knew that was Candlestick, you know, I knew it was. But that was my first ever game, you know, in 1994. You know, and I was 6 years old, just seeing all the players that you love, you know, and you watch on TV with your dad, and, you know, seeing Steve Young out there, seeing Jerry Rice out there. My favorite player was Merton Hanks back then, so seeing number 36 out there, you know. Just seeing all the Niner fans just surrounded you. I mean, that was an incredible experience. That's a memory that will live on for me, that I'll never forget. But that was my first 49er game back in 94. I went to a lot of games there, more so during the bad years, but just watching all the games, even just on TV, just not even attending, just the games on TV, you know, the catch too, you know, when we beat the Packers, you know, the comeback in 02. I know my boy JD was there, but you know, just the memories, man. There's nothing like just when they do when they start the game, and then you see the red jerseys come out, and they show the scanning of the field, you know, the stands. I mean, that's a place that to me that's man, that's a rush right there. You get so pumped up seeing that. I mean, Candlestick is I love it, man. I love that place. But I was a season ticket holder. Started in 2009. Seen some great moments. At Candlestick in my lifetime. One of the sad moments, though, it's another moment that I'll never forget, was when Bill Walsh passed away. Um, they had a memorial service for the fans at Candlestick Park in 2007. It was August 10th. Um, and I remember I called off work that day. Uh, I knew Pops wanted to go, so we went um, and to pay our respects. But just walking on the field, they had the seats on the field, and Chris Berman was the MC. You had Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Roger Craig, Ronnie Lott, Eddie D. Everybody was speaking, for Bill. And then that's when Gavin Newsom, who was the mayor at San Francisco at the time, had the plaque where it declared the field to be named Bill Walsh Field. Um, that was a special moment. And then we went to that Monday night game against the Cardinals, the first game of the year that year, when the Niners, they had the end around with Arnaz Battle. But that was a Bill Walsh celebration night when we wore throwback jerseys. And so that moment, those moments there, you know, that's something that I'll never forget either. My favorite moment of all time, of course, is the catch three. Again, Alex DeVernon against the Saints in the 2011 playoffs. Out of all the regular seasons I've been to, and I've been to a lot of regular season games, and um, I've been to a lot of jersey retirements. I was at the Steve Young retirement, Jerry Rice retirement. The who else was I was at the Eddie D 49er Hall of Fame. I was at the Roger Craig 49er Hall of Fame. All the celebrating. I was even at the 25th anniversary for the catch in 2006 when we were playing the Vikings when the Niners were on a 3-game winning streak, and that was like a big deal. Like, oh my God, we're on a 3-game winning streak when we won the game. It was against the Vikings, and but they had Joe Montana and Dwight Clark re-perform the catch at halftime, and that was an awesome experience. But that 2011 game, getting out the car, and it was my first playoff game, 49er playoff game live. That was my first Niner playoff game. So the atmosphere, it was undescribable. It was different. It was taken to multiple notches. The we were tailgating, with all our people and everything, and just walking into the stadium, it was it was incredible. The players were still warming up, and the crowd was on their feet, loud. Not the game. They haven't even done the introductions yet, and it was loud. Everybody was into it. Loudest I've ever heard Candlestick, and I've heard people say that was the loudest they heard Candlestick since the original catch. That game was amazing. The greatest moment that I ever was a part of and experienced, live. And, we all know the story, the 4 lead changes. But, when the Saints took the lead for the first time, with 4 minutes left in the game, it was like, oh, well, we still have a shot. We still have a shot. Wasn't looking good, but we still had a shot. And then when Alex hit Vernon for that long pass off his back foot and on the sidelines, and then Alex hit that bootleg, and the crowd went bananas. We were going crazy. And then the Saints came back and scored, and there was only like a minute and 30 something left on the clock, and that was like a punch in the gut. That was like heartbreak. It was heartbreaking. It was like, wow. We were all stunned. And then, of course, Alex hit Vernon again on that crossing pattern, and Vernon with that big gain. And then 3rd and 3, like the previous 2 catches, Alex hits Vernon, on the post. And I remember us just going crazy. But what I really remember was just crying, high-fiving, just so happy. I mean, it was unbelievable. Something that words just can't really describe. I mean, you had to be there. You had to have been there. You really had to. Also, another moment, of course, was the last playoff. The last playoff game in Candlestick history I got to be a part of, against the Packers, a team that I used to, well, I still hate, but I used to just cry as a little kid in the 90s. Used to hate Brett Favre and used to just cry, and, when the catch two happened, that was special. But so seeing the Packers and got to see us beat the Packers, that was special to me, and seeing Kaepernick just take over the game the way he did. That was the last playoff game in Candlestick history, and I got to say I was a part of that. So, I mean, there's countless moments, Frank Gore in 09 against the Seahawks with the two 80-plus yards, runs. I remember those games. A lot of memories there. But another thing that Candlestick has brought is the family, the friends and family. Going to games, even especially during the bad years, that's what makes the fans strong, is the bad years. I've met a lot of great people at Candlestick. I have met a lot of friends that I consider family now. The Niner Empire the bond is strong, and it was strong, really strong during the bad years. That's what made us stronger. Me and Pops, tailgating a lot of our friends and family, the Red Zone tailgate of Polar, our boy Tone, much love to him, La Clica, a Club 49. I mean, there's so many people I can name, and so many tailgate parties I can name. I mean, a lot of them, man, I got much love for. Always treated me like family. Treated my pops like family. Much respect to all of them, man. They see that, and that's the thing, is that we all met at Candlestick. We had that bond because we were season ticket holders at Candlestick. Even especially during times where the tailgate parties were better than the games. But yeah, man, Candlestick is that's a place that's very special, man. Very special to me. I mean, there's two stadiums, that I was part of, the Oakland Coliseum for baseball, because I'm an A's fan, but and of course Candlestick. But you have just think about of all the greats that played at Candlestick. Okay, and I'm an A's fan, and even the A's have history at Candlestick, because the A's won the World Series in '89 at Candlestick Park. So my team has history there too. But just think about all the great players like Willie Mays, McCovey, all the Will Clark. I mean, Barry Bonds, all the players that played at Candlestick. And the list goes on. And then you have Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, Bill Walsh, all the great 49er players. I mean, it is truly an iconic place, and even for the World Series, Rickey Henderson, I mean, it is a place where greats have played. I mean, it's a one of a kind. It really is. It really is. And it's that place is very underappreciated. It's very underappreciated. People don't understand, that what that place means, to us, to Niner fans, to Giant fans. There's a lot of memories. It's not a dump. You know, you might think it's a dump and you might think it's ugly, but it's home. You know, it's what feels right. Um, I love that place. I always will love that place, and that place will always be in my heart. Like I said, I'm very excited for Levi Stadium, but Candlestick is a place that can never be replaced. Period. You know. But anyways, man, I would love to see some comments on here to just tell me your experiences, man. Your first game, your first experience. Times at Candlestick. I would love to hear them, man. I really would, because it's a special place to all of us. So yeah, definitely comment, man, and let me know, man. I would love to hear your stories. I really would. But anyway, man, it's your boy 49er Tone. You already know what it is, man. Niner Empire, third generation 49er faithful. Looking forward to Monday night. Very looking forward to that game. It's going to be very emotional. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I really wish I would, but I'll be watching at home. But I definitely know I'm going to be teary-eyed. Definitely. It's already hitting me, just thinking about it. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to Monday night, man. So, but anyways, man, I want to give a shout out to all my Niner Empire family. You know what I mean? All my folks, man, all my family that, all the tailgates. There's like I said, there's so many names out there, man. There really is so many names. But you guys know who you are, man. I love every one of you, man. Yeah, man. We'll see, man. Just a couple more days. So, but anyway, man. Comment, subscribe, hit me up, man. Let me know, man. Let me know what your experiences are. Holla at me.